Now, I will say this, unbiasedly and being fair, there's only so long that the Hardys can be those flag bearers and carry that equity. Like, you have to build some new people to carry TNA to the next media deal and to the next 5 years beyond that. And you guys are a very important part of the now right now. But I really want to see TNA start to focus in, now that this deal is all signed, sealed, and delivered, on building that next crop who are going to supplement you guys and then take the flag from you guys and run forward. Is that fair to say?
I mean, look who you're talking to, John. Nobody wants to do that
Yeah,
more than
right.
put me in the position of booking and helping out with booking, because I know you have to make tomorrow's stars. Fucking, because time flies and people don't last forever. Once you sit back and rely on the only top guys you have for too long, you're ultimately going to be in trouble. You have to
Okay.
continue. You have to
That's
ultimately continue to make new guys. Always, always.
That's interesting that you said that, because I was going to ask you about this. So Sean Ross Sapp reported on Fightful that a lot of TNA talent who spoke to him said one of the first investments they'd like to see is in a more well-rounded creative team. I've spoken to TNA wrestlers who have echoed those sentiments, and it's not a fuck Tommy Dreamer, fuck Delirious tone. It's, now that we have a little bit of a foundation, we don't want to see creative just fall on two guys. We want to be able to get more voices in the room, have more input, have different ideas coming from different people. How do you feel about that notion of maybe expanding the creative process within TNA? And is that something that you would potentially be interested in doing?
I mean, I ultimately see myself in a creative position. I ultimately see myself in a production position, because I'm a lifer. Like, that's just what it is. I mean, even when I am not wrestling in ring, I'm going to be around doing this shit, giving back, and I will probably be better at that. That's why Vince tried to put me in this shit so early as it was anyway. But I wanted. I mean, I love this shit, and I'm passionate about it. And while I can do it, I want to do it. And I mean, looking at the way things went, especially coming back to TNA, and Jeff and I having this huge groundswell of popularity and this huge resurgence and this TV deal happening, like, I feel like, we're at the right place at the right time, and things happen as they were meant to happen. Uh, I love what Tommy's doing. I feel Tommy is very good to us because he understands us. He understands what we are and what makes us popular, and how to put us in a role to succeed in that. I've enjoyed working with Hunter. I enjoyed working with Hunter being Delirious. Enjoyed working with Hunter in Ring of Honor back when I was doing Big Money Matt and stuff. But yes, I mean, I wouldn't hate if they did expand things out, and I wouldn't hate if I had input and stuff like that. But I do think, for what it's worth, they have both been doing a really good job, because those two guys have been bearing the load, and they did get us to this TV deal.
If Matt Hardy was given the opportunity right now to be a part of the TNA creative team, what would you focus on doing?
I think the first thing I would focus on doing is picking. I would probably pick 4 or 5 people that I really wanted to build and wanted to elevate over the next little bit, and I would find a way to elevate them in the smartest way possible, where it kind of it keeps them growing, but it doesn't hurt anybody else.
That's fair. That's more than fair. I know Leon Slater, likely one of those types, but there's definitely other people.
And he is Leon. They've done a good job of building Leon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Leon's had so again, I mentioned the Sports Illustrated voting. We have a breakout star of the year category. Leon's gotten votes from everybody on that. He had a big time breakout year. There's no doubt
no,
about
no,
that.
no, no, no doubt about it. No doubt
Yeah.
about it.
He
I
had
mean,
an awesome year.
and I love the fact, I take so much pride. Like, when I was at AEW, if there was ever a problem that Isaiah or Quinn would get, I would get the call. Like Leon, I'll get buzzed. Like, and I like that. I like being in that role. Especially where they trust me, and
Sure.
I want to give them the best advice possible.
Sure, absolutely. That's all really interesting that you would want to be a part of that, and I think that would be a natural progression for you, and I'd welcome that. I do think TNA, and look, I've talked about this on social media. I do think TNA needs a little bit of a creative overhaul. I love Tommy Dreamer, love him. I just think that he's very spread thin right now. He's got a lot of responsibilities with TNA, and I think adding some more voices to the room, whether they come from in wrestling or outside of wrestling, I think it would be a really good thing for TNA to bring some more voices to the table and see what they could cook up and invest in some younger talent that are out there and bring them into the fold. There's a lot of the indies are not what they used to be because WWE and AEW have swallowed up so many of the great promising young talent, but there's a lot of really talented people out there who should be on TV, and I'd love to see a lot of them be given an opportunity to be able to show what they are capable of doing. So hopefully TNA can do that.